following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers, this is the TFangy coming to you with part 3 of the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Amazon exclusive Golden Disc Collection. So for the third figure in the Golden Disc Collection, we have the physically largest figure in this set, and it is the only Voyager class figure of Mutant Tigatron. So in the backstory on Amazon's website for the Golden Disc Collection, Tigatron was basically pulled into an alternate dimension, and technically, even though he's still a Maximal, his brain has now been corrupted and he's now acting like an evil Predacon. Similar to the episode of the Beast Wars cartoon series in which Rhinox was captured by the Predacons and turned into one of them. And that's the same basic principle with this Mutant Tigatron figure. Technically, he's still a heroic Transformers figure, but his mind's been corrupted into acting like a villain. So you could basically make an argument that this version of Tigatron, the mutant version as it's officially being named, it's basically almost like Sentinel Prime from Transformers Dark of the Moon. Heroic Transformer that now has evil intentions. So coming around here to the back of the box, you've got the product photos. Again, this version of Tigatron, even though his brain has been scrambled and he's now acting evil, he's still technically a Maximal. But I've seen quite a few Transformers fans and collectors group this version of Tigatron with their Predacons due to the fact that the Maximals released in the Kingdom line outnumber the Predacons almost 2-1. And again on the backstory on Amazon's website for this figure, it's basically a version of Tigatron that's been corrupted and is now acting evil. So the two main differences between the Golden Disc Collection Mutant Tigatron figure and the original Kingdom Tigatron figure, the only sculpted difference right here in robot mode is a new head sculpt. It's based off of the mutant head that the original Beast Wars Tigatron figure had, and also the fact that the paint job, this version of Tigatron is an orange tiger instead of being a white tiger like the more well-known version of Tigatron is. And apparently Tigatron was originally going to be an orange tiger. That's what this figure is partially based on. The prototype version of the original Beast Wars Tigatron figure before the decision was made to have Tigatron be a white tiger instead of an orange one. But yes, I'm really happy to have this figure in my collection. The main reason I got this figure was because the tiger is one of my favorite species of cat. And I'm glad to finally have a Transformers action figure that has an orange tiger for a beast mode in my collection. So, without action, so now that we've looked at the box, we will take him out and take a close look at Mutant Tigatron in his robot mode. Alright, and so here it is out of the package and in robot mode, and yeah, I gotta say, I am really impressed with how the Mutant Tigatron figure came out. I'm really enjoying all the paint detailing on it. One thing that some people might see as a deterrent is the creamy white paint apps used on the figure. There's some up here on the shoulders, but to be honest, in real life, that is the color of fur that an orange tiger has on its stomach. Like his white is a creamy white fur color pattern. But honestly, I really enjoy how this figure came out with, and again, the main difference between this mutant version of Tigatron and the original is the new head sculpt. So there is the mutant head, and it's based on a face flip gimmick that the original Beast Wars figures had, where they had a more humanoid face, and then you flipped it over, and they had what was known as a mutant face, where it looked much more like a beast in robot mode. The mutant head face change gimmick that was dropped in the Beast Wars cartoon series, and the Beast Wars characters, most of them had their humanoid faces, but a handful of them, such as Waspinator, had their mutant heads as their actual face sculpts. So yes, that's pretty nice to see that gimmick represented here on the mutant version of Tigatron. So, for a size comparison, here is the Golden Disc Collection Mutant Tigatron figure compared to the original Kingdom Tigatron figure based on his appearance in the Beast Wars series. Looking at them side by side with each other, yes, they do. Unfortunately, for those wondering if Hasbro and Takara were going to try and make a distinction for them, unlike actual tigers who each have their own unique stripe patterns, both versions of Tigatron do have the exact same stripes. The stripes are the same sizes, same shapes, and in the exact same positions. So yes, unlike real life tigers, the Kingdom and the mutant version of Tigatron do have the same exact stripe patterns instead of having their own stripe patterns on them. But I can easily forgive that due to the fact that this is technically supposed to be the same Tigatron figure. His white paint has just changed to orange. But yeah, I'm really enjoying when I see these figures standing side by side with each other. And again, just to further distinguish this version of Tigatron from this version, I have him holding the weapons in his different hands, and I have him holding the tail facing downward instead of upward. So instead of looking like a club, he's using it more like a whip type weapon. And I think that works for it. Um, one major one part of the figure where this creamy white paint is being used on is right here at the tip of the laser gun. And someone pointed out in their review of the original Tigatron figure that the part that's painted creamy white here on the Mutant Tigatron's laser gun, it actually looks like a bunch of intestines or stomach guts. So that's just a reference to the fact that this is supposed to attach to the underbelly of this figure when it's in beast mode. But yeah, that's some sculpted detailing that it is on the original Tigatron on laser gun, but since it isn't painted, it's now distinguishable here on this version. But yeah, there they are, and there's the head sculpt standing side by side with each other. So again, this is the more humanoid head on the regular version of Tigatron, and the mutant head on this version, which gives this figure its name. I myself personally have been debating on treating this as being a separate character from Tigatron. Instead of being an evil version of this guy, making the orange tiger a Predacon that has a different name to it. I've seen a handful of fans and collectors who do or what I'm gonna do who have done that, treated this guy as a separate character and come up with alternate names for the figure. I myself am debating on calling this guy Tiger Tronus, Onus, and making it a separate character from Tigatron. On similar to how Shadow Panther is a separate character from Cheetor. I think it works. And yes, the articulation is pretty much the same. One thing to note is that the here on the regular version of Tigatron, the parts of him that are made out of this minty green plastic, such as the shoulder joints, the hinge joints at the elbows, and the front of his pelvis, it's the exact same shade of mint green here on the mutant version of Tigatron. So, with the exception of having a different face sculpt, pretty much the paint layouts between both these versions of Tigatron are almost the same. The main difference is that all the white on the regular version of Tigatron are now orange on the mutant version. And since I mentioned him a moment ago, here is Mutant Tigatron next to Shadow Panther, the evil doppelganger to Cheetor. And in the original Beast Wars line, Tigatron was a repaint of Cheetor. But I love the fact that Hasbro and Takara enlarged, made a larger Voyager class figure to further distinguish Tigatron from Cheetor, because in real life, I thought tigers are twice the size of cheetahs, and in the Beast Wars cartoon show, Tigatron was twice the size of Cheetor, also in the Netflix series. But yes, there's the two mutant heads that Tigatron and Shadow Panther have, and because these figures were originally repaints of each other in the original Beast Wars line, the mutant heads are almost the exact same. Aim sculpting wise. The only main difference is the size between them, but there is slightly more sculpted detailing around the eyes on the mutant version of Tigatron compared to Shadow Panther. But if you look closely, the sculpt detailing is still there. It's just not as prominent, and it's painted silver on Shadow Panther. So yeah, that's a nice. I really enjoy that shout out to the fact that Tigatron was in the original Beast Wars line a straight up repaint of Cheetor by having the mutant heads that were designed for both Shadow Panther and Mutant Tigatron being the exact same, just different sizes, similar to the regular version of Tigatron and Cheetor. But yeah, I am very I am going to treat this guy as a separate character. I'm gonna make him a Predacon and name him, rename him Tigatronus, and have him be another evil cat joining the Predacons along with Shadow Panther. But now that we've looked at the robot mode, we will get this guy transformed into beast mode, wrap up the review, and take a close look at how a magnificent of an orange tiger he is in his alternate mode. Alright, and so here is Mutant Tigatron transformed into tiger mode, and yes, I am really impressed with how well this came out. Here is a close-up of the beast mode face sculpt. I love how they painted the pupils on the eyes. Unfortunately, in my copy, they're slightly off center. A lot of people have had that problem with other Beast Transformers that came out last year in 2021, such as the Tyrannicon Rex figure from the Jurassic Park crossover set. But yeah, I am really enjoying having an orange tiger transformer in my collection at last. Even though the eyes are a little messed up, one thing that was painted successfully and nice is the inside of the mouth. Got a red tongue, white teeth, and well, it looks red on my camera, but yeah, it's actually the unpainted orange plastic. But it's a nice optical illusion if you stare at it long enough. But yeah, I really enjoy seeing this here. Pretty much the only gripe I have is that just like Tigertron on the transformation joint on the robot mode neck is that minty green plastic, so it looks like there's a mint green spot on the neck of this figure. But yeah, I really enjoy having an orange tiger at last in my Transformers collection, and I can't get over it. I've seen people make jokes of comparing this figure to other fictional characters who are orange tigers as well. I won't name any names, but yeah. For a size comparison, here is the Golden Disc Mutant Tigatron with the original Tigatron, and again, the stripes on both tigers are in the exact same spot, same size, and same shape. Hey, but yeah, I really enjoy how they how this version came out. One thing that this version is lacking that this version of Tigertron has is stripes here on the tiger chest. So tiger chest that's been dropped in favor of having this creamy white fur pattern, and both those features are found on orange tigers. So I guess it was too much of a paint job for Hasbro and Takatomi to apply. But again, and they are really nice to see. And and unfortunately, just like the original version of Tigertron, the only place to store the laser gun on this figure is to just stack it underneath and have it sticking out. So yeah, that is a tad unfortunate. There's no proper weapon storage for the laser gun, but overall, I enjoy the design of this figure. And because I did a size comparison of it in robot mode, here is the Mutant Tigatron next to Kingdom Shadow Panther. So yes, I am going to use this figure as a Predacon and have be a different character from Tigertron just to have another Predacon who transforms into a big cat in my collection. But yeah, um, I told I wrote on TFW2005.com that out of all of the four Transformers Golden Disc collection figures, the Mutant Tigatron figure is my least favorite due to the fact that the other figures are all distinct characters, but this one is just a evil, corrupted version of Tigertron. Tigertron. But on that note, oh, thanks to freedom of speech, I am going to treat this action figure as a distinctive Beast Wars character. And even though it is my least favorite of the Golden Disc Collection figures, it's not a terrible figure by any means at all. It is a fantastic Transformers figure to have. And even though it's an evil, corrupted version of Tigertron, again, you cannot go wrong having an orange tiger in your Transformers collection. So do I recommend getting the Golden Disc Mutant Tigertron figure? Absolutely, I do. Ooh, again, it came out pretty fantastic, and even though it has the exact same stripes, I just can't get over how incredible looking it is. Even though they messed up the pupils on the eyes on my copy, I really enjoy that face sculpt. And yeah, I'm just thrilled to finally have a Transformers action figure that has an orange tiger or a beast mode. And I am going to rename this guy Tiger Tronus just to make him a distinctive character. Please let me know in the comment section what you think of the name change I gave for this figure. So thank you guys all so much for watching. This has been the TF Geek. This has been my review of the Transformers Golden Disc Collection Mutant Tigatron figure. I highly recommend you get this figure, especially if you're a fan of tigers like I am. It's very, I really enjoy just how much this thing looks like a miniaturized version of an actual orange tiger. And orange tigers are much more common than white ones are. So that's another reason why I really enjoy having this figure in my collections. Thank you guys all so much. And until next time, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay healthy. And until next time, you guys, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone. Da-da.